I have a lot of books to share with you today because our independent charter school that we homeschool through gave us Amazon bookshelf credits. So each of my kids got $100 for the spring semester. So we actually each kid got $200 for the whole year. So that's $600 worth of books. And I think in my previous unboxing or book haul or whatever video I did, I shared some of those books. And so now I'm going to share with you the new books, books that we got for spring. So $300 of free books, basically. Before we get into it, now my hair is kind of a mess. I'm gonna walk my dog right now. It's foggy as heck outside, and I need to tie my hair up because if I go out now, it'll just frizz up, and I don't want it to frizz up because I want to look kind of nice for the camera, even though I look like crap right now. Where I live, along the coast of Southern California, we have names for the gloomy season. So usually May, June, July are super gloomy and overcast and kind of chilly. So I know there's a heat wave coming next week, and this part of the US is the only part that's not going to have the heat, is going to be affected by the heat wave. Everywhere else around the country is, but not this part here. So we have, May gray, June gloom, and no sky July is what it's called here. Let me go walk the dog and I'll see you in a bit. So today we're going to be in here in my bedroom because it has the best lighting right now. Because like I said, super gloomy outside. But I want to show you my crazy pile of books that I have. Let me show you our homeschool room. I guess it's our homeschool room, even though only my son does homeschool in there. Everyone else does their homeschool in the kitchen. But it's where we store all of our things. And I want to show you the dilemma that I have. So let's go. This is where we keep our books. Down there are some books I still need to find a home for. That's from our original book haul. And then over here, you'll see it's a very big Lego mess. My phone is working. I'm right by number, but look. All those things. Well, not the Star Wars thing on the top, but all those boxes are books from our charter school. Just so you know, in the future, I do plan on putting a table here. I want like an L-shaped table. So we're not quite done yet, but with this room, but we have been redoing it. If you are a long time follower, you know this room used to be green, which, you know, back in the day, if you were into like HGTV and all that, those old shows, you know, I don't know, I painted it green so many years ago. This is gonna fall. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, this new camera I have, like the batteries don't last very long, which is kind of frustrating. And yeah, I need to get one of those like dummy batteries that you plug in, so never run out of battery. So we'll see how long this goes. I may have to switch to my iPhone or to my other little vlogging camera. We'll see. $300 of books. It's a lot. And I tried to be mindful of what we ordered so that we can get the best price and get more books. At the end, I'll share with you some books that I got for myself as well. Not paid by our charter school, but just I bought for myself because I have some summer reading that I want to do. So I have this book here, Just Ask. So I know a lot of homeschoolers in other states, you don't have as much support as we do here in California. Arizona, I think, has like some sort of fund for homeschoolers, don't they, or something like that? So I think more and more states are coming around to it. There's like, it's like a quiet revolution with education going on right now. And you can just see it with like so many, after COVID, like so many new homeschoolers that have entered the scene. And then just, you know, people just kind of frustrated with the school systems. And, you know, it has to be a system because you have all these people in the schools and you have to be able to manage them, right? And so it's just, it is what it is. But I think people are realizing that individualized learning is a hidden gem of homeschooling. And there's so many different ways to homeschool. Like, you don't have to. You know, there's some people out there that think that, oh, when you homeschool, you have to teach all the subjects. Like, you specifically have to do everything. And it's like, no, you don't. And you don't have to use curriculum either. You can go and, you know, learn a bit differently. Have, maybe it's child-led or self-directed. There's just so many different ways to homeschool. And what I love about homeschooling, besides its flexibility, is that it really helped us slow down and live our lives more intentionally. Like, everything that we do is very intentional. And everything that we learn, just everything. And I love it. All right, lost and found. The name jar. So the only thing that problems I had with ordering books through the Amazon bookshelf is that we were kind of limited to grade levels. So with my two younger kids, they were fine. Everything was at their reading level. But with my oldest son, he's in 7th grade and he likes to read young adult or adult fiction. That wasn't really available for him. He had to stick to the 6th through 8th grade bookshelf. So that was the only downfall, but I figured get these books and then in the future, my younger ones will be reading them. So we have Not Norman, Hello Ocean. This is kind of to replace our old book. We had a copy of this and it tore apart. And I remember in college, Pam Munoz Ryan, I remember when I was going through teaching school, like I remember meeting her, which was pretty awesome. And Oh No George. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing like these haul specific videos again. I like the vlogging thing. And I know not everyone's into vlogs. I want to know like what curriculum I need to use. I want to know this, but that just doesn't appeal to me anymore. And I need to make content that I enjoy making and I feel excited about making. And if I disappoint some of you, I apologize. But if I want to continue and keep going with this, I need to make it sustainable. I need to do what I enjoy. And I enjoy the whole vlogging thing. And I enjoy sharing our lives with you. Even though like I've always been a very private person. We have Hoot, Sneetches, and the other stories. I know some people have problems with Dr. Seuss, but like I said, I'm not a very politically correct person, I guess. And yeah, I'm more liberal. I'm not like a conservative, but I'm just not this newer generation. And plus, you need to take things in context, like historically. I can read Mittens, Pumpkin Jack, I have the Triangle Book, Do Unto Otters. It is frustrating though that they came all in different boxes. I mean, I guess you don't want one giant box full of books, so that'd be a lot, but it's a lot of waste, you know? We got City of Bones. This is for me. Round is a Tortilla, Trash, Hello Universe, The Book of Mistakes, The Good Egg, which I think we already have a copy, oops, Square Book, Clark the Shark, LMNOPs, and After the Fall. Whatever books my kids don't love, we're gonna put in our little free library. The Word Collector, Here We Are. So I also want to let you know that it's summertime, or it's becoming summertime soon. And we are officially done with homeschool, our homeschool year with our charter school, but technically we homeschool year round. So we're still going to be doing some work, math and reading, basically is all we're going to do. Oh, and we want to finish all of our science kits and history kits that are in the cabinet in our other room, because we're going to be moving all of our games into that cabinet and I need to make space. We have some vacations planned, and so I may not be posting every week because that's a lot, you know? I want to enjoy my life. So sometimes you will get a video every week, and then sometimes you won't, and you're okay. We got allies. We're going to be studying about World War II soon, if you haven't noticed. Bomb, Loser, love Jerry Spinelli, he's awesome. Call of the Wild, Uglies, I love this series, so I'm trying to get my son into it. World War II for kids. Next year or next school year, we're also planning on studying about the elections. The elections are coming up. The pigeon finds a hot dog. I feel like we have this already. So World War II, because my youngest is like my youngest son is super into World War II. The elections, because that's coming up, that's what we're going to be studying. I haven't really bought much curriculum for next year because a lot of what we're using last year is rolling over to this year. And then also, I already have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of resources, and a lot of resources I use online. I really don't think you need to spend a lot of money on curriculum. I mean, unless you just want open and go kind of thing, then might as well just do like online classes or whatever and have someone else do it. But I like how there's like a variety of choices, because before there wasn't, but then also at the same time, I feel like, you know, there's this push like, oh, you gotta buy the curriculum, you have to use curriculum to homeschool, otherwise you're not gonna do it right, and it's not true. We have Holes. A lot of these books I used to have copies of, but when I stopped teaching, I gave most of my books away to my students. The Maze Runner. I love books where we can also watch movies with, because I think it really helps solidify everything, and then we can compare the book with the movie kind of a thing, and I think that is always fun. We have The Alchemist, Scythe, and Stargirl. Love that book so much. I got this book, Made in Asia America. So this was not purchased through, so everything I'm showing you now is stuff I purchased out of pocket. It wasn't part of the $300 worth of books. So this is a history for young people. I'm really excited to have this. We have this book by Dennis Denoya, which is called Teach, Creating Independently Responsible Learners. And I am trying to be a little bit more creative with my writing, because I've been blogging for so long. My writing has turned very technical, I guess, and I want to be a little bit more creative and more personal, and I feel like I need to do that with my Substack. So if you haven't signed up for my Substack newsletter, it's called Slow Notes. I'll leave a link down below. I just share, you know, everything about slow living, including homeschooling and travel. I would love to have you there. The Creative Act, A Way of Being. This is my summer reading, I guess my professional development this summer. We have Writing Down the Bones. I used to have a copy of this, and then I got rid of it a long time ago, and then now I'm back. And highly recommended by one of my good friends, The Artist's Way. Is that it? Oh, rubber gloves. I didn't know they were in there. My dish gloves that I love using, the Korean ones. They're awesome. All the links for these books will be listed down below. You don't have to purchase them, but they're just there if you want to support my channel. And also, I will... Oh, I got one more book. Hold on. Oh my god, they all fell. All the boxes fell. The only curriculum I bought is Julie Bogart's new book, Becoming a Critical Thinker for My Son. I'm back on my little vlogging camera. I don't know where to put all these books. I'm going to try and transport them to the other room, and then they're just going to probably sit on the floor because I don't know where to put them. You can join me. Look at all these. And like I said, I will read these, or we will read these books. Some of these books are going to be read alouds, I think, instead of just my son reading them to himself, because they're good books. Summer homeschooling, read alouds, math, learning to read for the younger ones, and then finishing all those boxes. Let me show you the boxes. My goal for next year is to cut down on the kits, or actually use them when we're supposed to. I want to be able to put board games here so we can easily access them. Radish. I am working with Radish right now, so we're trying out their kits to see how we like them. I have another one coming in soon, I believe. And then let me show you where the games are. They're in my boys' room. I mean, there's a lot going on here. We plan on putting their bunk beds back together. And, oh yeah, there's a cat. Where is it? There it is. We're fostering kitties. We had 4, we're down to 2, but look, games, 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 all the way down. Some over here too. So yeah, we actually downsized our games. I got rid of a lot because I used to use games when I was a teacher as well, because it was a good way to reinforce the things that they learned, and it's fun. Why make learning so boring? But I'm glad I got out of teaching when I did, because I know they're a lot stricter now, and you have to like stick to the scope and sequence and be, yeah, I was a very creative teacher, so it's a good thing I left. I need to figure out where the heck I'm gonna put all these books right here. Oh, and let me show you. For our little free library, I already have a ton of books. I have these bags and bags and bags of books that we need to put in our little free library. The only thing is that my husband is working out of town, and so the little free library is finished. It's in the garage. It just needs to be placed out front. And we need to like get a post, cement it in, and then plop that thing on top, and then we're good to go. Somewhere we have the plaque. I think my husband misplaced it, but we'll find it. Oh, look here, let me show you this. I have this for Science Unlocked, so I know which kits go next. And then for History Unboxed, I had to write them out so we would know what goes next. Look at all those Generation Genius kits. We got some other kits in there as well. And I just want to use them all up, because we didn't get to all of them this year because we work at a slower pace. The only boxes that we consistently used every month were the Crunch Labs. My son loved them, and my daughter wants to get Crunch Labs too. And they have like a new, like a year 2 for Crunch Labs. So my middle son will do year 2, and then my daughter will do year 1. Oh, let me show you this. My son made this in his art class. How cool is that? These were made in art class too, a different art class. For whatever reason, summertime is when a lot of like homeschool YouTubers like push out a lot of content, and I think it's just because there's a lot of new homeschoolers out there, and they're like researching all that they can to prepare for the next year. And so if you are a new homeschooler and you're watching this, my advice to you is to do nothing this summer. Just do nothing. It's okay if you start thinking and planning on the first day of school, whenever that is for you. Like, there's no timeline. You don't have to stick to whatever timeline everyone else is doing because you're homeschooling, okay? And if you homeschool through a charter, or you have like really strict restrictions in your state, then yeah, you have to start school whenever they start school. But like when we start school in August, we kind of do things a little bit slowly. Something happened outside. We kind of do things a little bit slower. Like, we don't like, bam, do all the subjects every single day. Like, you got to get out of that mindset. Like, that's not realistic. They don't even do that in the public school system. Take the time this summer to de-school and to, enjoy the natural learning process with your kids. You don't need to turn everything into a lesson. Just watch them explore and play. The Anxious Generation, I think I have that on a wait list at the library to read. And it's just about like how we're packing our kids, their schedules, we're having them do all these things because we don't want them to get behind, but the result is that they are falling behind. They're not enjoying learning. They have like severe anxiety and depression. They're already burning out when they're kids. I mean, I've dealt with this as a middle school teacher. I had several students that had tremendous amount of pressure put on them to get good grades and to volunteer and to do all these things. And they totally burnt out by the end of 8th grade. We just don't want that for our kids. Let them be kids while they can. You want to see the kitties? There's the other one. That one's crazy. The kids really like the orange one, but I think we're allergic, or at least my son and I are allergic. So one cat may be outside and the other cat will hopefully have another home. Take it easy, take it slow. If you need help, I do offer like homeschool mentoring, one-on-one homeschool mentoring, and I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. You can either, you know, a new homeschooler, a seasoned homeschooler, if you're feeling burnout and know that you need to adjust, let me know and I can help you. I would love to work with you. And if you're interested in my one-on-one slow living coaching, that program was probably going to come out towards the end of summer or maybe July. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but homeschooling, I'm here for you. I did it. I fit it all in. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with all these postcards that we collect, but I got them. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's a lot. Okay. See ya.